today's machine learning video, we're going to be covering gradient boosting within Python with the help of Scikit-Learn. We're going to go over a little bit of the theory behind it before we jump right into some live coding with a data set from Scikit-Learn. Now, the easiest way to explain gradient boosting is kind of visualize a random forest and how you have a bunch of decision trees. Well, in a random forest, all of your decision trees are going to be separated. And with gradient boosting, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be using the results of some of the weaker prediction models, and we're going to progressively build the gradient boosting for each level. And while we do that, we're going to be minimizing the losses for each of the different models that we go through. So again, random forest is we're going to have them separated, whereas a decision tree, we do not have them separate. We progressively build this model. Now, also with gradient boosting, you're going to be able to apply this to both regression and also classification problems. Now, in this video, we're going to be focusing specifically on a classification problem, but if you do want to see a regression one, let me know, and we can build this into this playlist in the future. All right, with that being said, let me jump on my computer right now, and let's start coding in Jupyter Notebook. All right, we have a brand new Jupyter Notebook over here, and let's get going. So first thing, like always, import pandas as PD, shift and enter, and boom, we have a brand new line. Then we're going to import our data set. So I haven't done this yet, I don't believe, in this series, but we're going to grab a data set directly from Scikit-Learn. So you just go from sklearn, import datasets, and I'll run that cell. And then we're going to bring in the wine data set. I don't see it used that often on YouTube videos, and also at the same time, it's pretty easy for classification. So we're going to do that. Now, I am no wine expert by any means, but I'll show you guys what this data looks like. And if you want to read up more on it, I'll give you that link too. So this brings in our wine data set, and then we're just going to do x equals wine. And then we're going to put our data on this side of things. And so we have our x, and then we're going to say equals wine, and then we're going to do our target because it's already split up for us, which is pretty nice, right? So now we have our x and y, and just to show you what our x looks like, right? So we have alcohol, acid, ash. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, no idea what most of this is, but this is all in here, right, for our classification. And then if we just do a y over here too, right, this labels this specific type of wine it is. And you guys can read a lot more over here. Go to the Scikit-Learn documentation. So load wine, right? 3 classes, and it tells you way more about this data set than I will be able to. So read that up if you want to learn about this data set. Otherwise, you can continue to go on. I know it's more of a gradient boosting episode rather than focusing on this data set. And maybe we'll make another video in the future about things like that. So, all right. So I'm going to build out a few more cells down below, and we're going to continue on. So we're going to do some train test split. I do this in all the videos. So essentially what we're going to do is split into training and testing data. So from sklearn model selection, import train test split. Okay. And now we're going to split up our data. So x train, x test, which I need to make that capital X. Y train, Y test equals train test splits X, Y test size equals, we're going to say 0.2, and we'll say random state equals 17 because why not? Okay, now we have that in here. We're going to bring in our gradient boosting classifier. Now, before that, also, I'm going to just import in cross-val score. So I'm going to say from sklearn model selection, import cross-val score. Okay. And then now we're going to bring in our gradient boost. So it's going to be an ensemble from sklearn.ensemble, import gradient boosting classifier. That, and we now have our gradient boosting classifier. So honestly, like from here on, it's very basic. It's kind of similar to all the different other models I've done here on the channel. So the first thing we're going to do is call this. So I'm just going to name this as GBR equals, and we'll throw in gradient boosting classifier. And I'm not going to put any of the parameters in here. We're going to do some hyperparameter tuning in a second. So We're going to put this in here, right? This calls our GBR. Cool. Now we're going to have to fit our data. So GBR.fit, throw in our X train, then also our Y train like this. So now we have our gradient boost classifier over here. It's been fit with the X and Y training data. And let's see a cross val score. So I'm just going to do cross val score. And then we're going to throw in our GBR. We're going to throw in X train, throw in our Y train. And then we'll do like a cross val equals 3. And then n jobs equals -1. And we're going to grab the mean. So grabbing our mean like this. Okay, this will take a second. And then we'll get our score, which is 0.922, which is pretty good. But now we're going to be taking a look at some hyperparameter tuning. Now, the way I do it, I always just type in param_grid like this. So param_grid, and then build this out. And the first one we're going to do is n estimators. And that's a number of trees. So estimators. Okay. And make sure, actually, I made a mistake. Make sure it is in single quotes, right? Estimators like this. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to have an error. And we can just throw in some random stuff over here. So I've seen these posted online before. I just copied them. So 10, 50, 100, and also 500. Up next we're going to take a look at the learning rate, which scales the contribution of each of the different trees. So again, we'll just put over here learning rates. Again, I just grabbed these online. So it's a good starting point for hyperparameter tuning. And your learning rate goes from 0 to 1, but you're supposed to do some really, really small numbers. So like 0.001 on this one, do 0.001, 0.01, 0.1, and then 1.0. Okay. And lastly, we're going to do max depth, which is the depth of each of the different trees. So again, we'll just start with like 3, 5, 7, and also 9. And I think we're good there, to be honest with you. We'll put that over here. Okay, we have those. And there's going to be a lot of these that are going to be tested, right? So when you do your hyperparameter tuning, you're going to take whatever your CV is, multiply it by how many are over here. So we have 4 over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's already 20 there times 4. That's 80. And then if we do a CV of 3, that's 240 that have to go through. So it might take a little bit. So I think we're really good, at least as a starting point with this, right? So we can do from Scikit-Learn model selection, import grid search CV. Okay, now we have that in here. We can also build a few new cells. Okay, so now we have to do our grid search. So I'm just gonna name this as GBR2, and we're gonna say that's equal to grid search CV. Then we're gonna throw in GBR. Then we're gonna throw in our param_grid like this that we just called from above. We're going to do our CV, and I alluded to, we're going to do only 3. Otherwise, we're going to have a really slow computer. We don't want that while we record. We're going to say n jobs equals -1, just to speed this up a little bit. And now we have to fit our data. So all we're going to do is GBR2.fit. We're going to throw in here our X train and then also Y train. When I run this, it's going to take a minute or so. So we'll cut towards the end once this is done. All right, so we have this over here. And then if we want to see what parameters worked best on this data set, so all you have to do is GBR2.best params, and then this will tell you specifically. So over here, right, our learning rate of 0.1 was the best, then our max depth of 3, and then our n estimators of 500. So again, you can use this information, you can tune it even more, but I think we'll get a little bit better of a result. So then all we have to do is GBR2.best score, and let's see how we did in comparison to our initial. So we have a 0.9434, right? And then if you look over here, 0.922. So we are doing a little bit better with our hyperparameter tuning. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned something new, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm posting 3 videos every single week as I progress on my data science journey. By the way, if you want to learn even more about Scikit-Learn, I have a full playlist on the channel right over here, and I recommend you checking it out.